Welcome to the Hillers True Value Pregame Show. Hillers is your Milwaukee tool headquarters. Stop at Hillers now and get $100 off your next Milwaukee tool purchase. No trades needed. Hillers will not be undersold. Hillers True Value on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Welcome to the Hillers True Value Pregame Show. Hillers is your Milwaukee tool headquarters. Stop at Hillers now and get $100 off your next Milwaukee tool purchase. No trades needed. Hillers will not be undersold. Hillers True Value on South Central Avenue in Marshfield.
Welcome to Coach on the Couch. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, and we continue our 2018 football preview. And with us on the couch today is Spencer Rocket head coach Jason Gorst. Coach, thanks for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to have a good time. We're going to learn a little bit more about you. We'll learn a whole lot about Spencer Rocket football and who knows what else we'll get into here during the show. But so as we get started here, people that are new to the audience or maybe new to Spencer Columbus football, how long have you been coaching and how do you stay motivated to keep coming back every year?
Well, this would be my 8th year as a varsity coach there, and it's a big part of, I think, kind of my family's life as a whole, and so definitely have that support from home, and the work ethic that our kids and our coaches put in is pretty fantastic. So it's really just a pleasure to be there and a great opportunity in that sense from my perspective.
One thing I forgot, and so just for those watching here, I usually prep the coaches ahead of time for everything we're going to talk about. But one thing I forgot, and Coach, I promise it's not a trick question. Right. Just talk briefly about the partnership with Columbus Catholic, and then the kids that come over and how they contribute and how they make the team what it is.
Yeah, it's really a fantastic relationship that grows. I think year in and year out we continue to grow that relationship between the two schools and the communities and kind of create that one unique SC community and SC family. So there's a lot of support, I think, on both sides, both sets of parents, both communities, and once we get out on the football field, we don't really then even notice, as far as who's from Spencer, who's from Columbus, anything along those lines. So there's just been a lot of supportive people along the way, and few logistics here and there that we have to figure out, but it's been a great thing. It gives kids the opportunity to play football that might not otherwise have the opportunity. And just that ability to grow and work together as a team, and it's pretty neat just to see how all the guys get along, and it's all as one team.
Yeah, and it looks like it even extends beyond football. As I travel around central Wisconsin all year long, throughout all the seasons, I see Spencer kids at a Columbus game or Columbus kids at the Spencer softball game. So it really is just a big community is what it's turned out to be, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Like I say, there's just a lot of really good people involved on both sides, and kind of to the point where, like I say, once we're up and running, you lose track of who's who, and it really doesn't matter. So it's been a great thing, and it creates opportunities for kids.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. Thanks, Coach, for that. So as we look back to 2017, here's a couple scores from last year: 54-22, 62-8, 54-0. Just your thoughts on 2017.
Overall, I thought that it was a very good season. I thought we performed well for the most part. We were pretty dynamic, I think, in all three areas of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. So overall, it was a very good year. A little bit short of what we wanted to accomplish in some areas, but nonetheless, anytime that you're winning 9 football games in a year, it's tough to do, and the kids should be proud of their accomplishments.
Yeah, and it was fun for us to watch. We got a chance to do a number of highlights of the football games last year. Also live streams. We'll be doing live streams again in 2018 along with highlights, and you can find all that at ZaleskiSportsShow.com and on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. So you talked about maybe it didn't end exactly the way that you wanted. Those kids that are now seniors and juniors, they were juniors and sophomores last year during that playoff run. You won the first playoff game. And then ran into Amherst, and as it turns out, a lot of teams ran into Amherst and bounced off. Just talk about what that experience now means and how that can translate to action on the football field this year.
Yeah, the experience is great, and anytime you go against good football teams, you learn something about yourself, whether as a coach, as a player, as a team. And there's nothing else that can really replicate those types of experience. So when you look at a team like Amherst, and you look at a team like a Stanley Boyd or an Eau Claire Regis, playing in those games is extremely valuable, and having the number of kids we have coming back, having had those experiences, I do think bodes well. It's a little bit different sometimes in those games and how you handle situations, and we want to just continue to improve in those situations.
Yeah, and Coach, I'll give you a chance now to call out maybe just a handful of those seniors that are on this year's team, and what you expect out of them and the whole senior class this year.
Yeah, we do have a nice, very experienced senior class coming back, and they've played a lot of football. They love the game. They've been very motivated. I've been very impressed with the pace of practice and whatnot, which a lot of times is dictated by our older kids. And so when you look at, Logan Schernitz is a really, standout two-way player on offense, defense. Carson Hildebrandt, both at running back and linebacker. Jared Mandel has a lot of experience at quarterback for us, really entering his third year as a starter. That's a really big piece of things, and so when you look at the number of those kids, those three kids, you throw in like an Ethan Meese as a defensive back and a tight end. A lot of these guys have been playing since they were sophomores, so not only are they experienced seniors, they're a little bit more experienced than a lot of times you'll see.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned a couple of those names. So hitting newsstands all across central Wisconsin here in the next couple days is our fall sports magazine. You had an opportunity to be interviewed for the magazine. We even put your picture in it. How about that, huh? And then Jared Mandel and Logan there inside the magazine. They can folks can pick those up all across central Wisconsin and right there in Spencer as well. So we're really proud of that magazine. I think we're going to have some good fun with it. And like you said, some of those kids that you called out there got an opportunity to be in the magazine. So we look forward to kind of staying in touch that way. As the season progresses, there's no doubt that you don't finish the season like you started. The team changes, gets better, gets different.
Depth chart, and you get into a week or two, and that changes pretty quickly, and you do an inter-squad scrimmage, and it changes more, and a scrimmage and more, and so until we play a game on a Friday night or a Thursday or Saturday, an actual game, you're not totally sure what you have. So I do think there's a number of kids that really could be on the verge of a breakout. I've been very impressed with Austin Bacon. He's really come into camp this year, and both as a running back and as a safety, he's been pretty dynamic. We've got Nate Carroll back, who was kind of a force last year on the offensive and defensive line. So, those are a couple more kids that I think will be, pretty big contributors. Hayden Ballman had some pretty good experience by the end of last year too as a sophomore, so he's coming back as a junior here. So, those are a few kids, but like I say, we don't know till we hit the game, and every year there's surprises, and it's amazing how much your depth chart changes from, your mini camp through your training camp to game one to the end of the season, and our guys do pride themselves on continuing to compete throughout the year, and I think that's a nice staple of our program that kids are always looking to get better.
Yeah, good. Well, we're really looking forward to the 2018 football season overall, and Spencer Columbus, a big part of that, and to kind of show an example of that. Again, I mentioned live streams here a couple times. Live streams available at ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Friday, August 17th, our game of the week is Spencer Stratford. Now, talk about two Central Wisconsin heavyweights, and then you get the chance to go nose to nose with the Stratford Tigers in week one. What are you looking for in that game?
Well, they're a very good team. We're excited to play them. It's going to be physical. They're well coached. They're very fundamentally sound, technique sound, and they have a lot of size and strength too. So I think that, when you look at their defensive line, it's one of the best that I've seen on film, and that's always tough to start up with. So we do look forward to the matchup. Like I say, they're a program that we have a lot of respect for, and very quality program. It's a great measuring stick early on as far as where we're at and where we need to go, what we need to improve upon. So I would expect it to be a very physical game. There's a lot of good football players on the field on both sides of the ball that know what they're doing too. And look forward to the atmosphere. I think to have the two towns, so close to each other there. Both communities travel very well, and so we're anticipating a pretty large crowd. It should be a great environment. One of those, just Friday night high school, football game, Friday night lights, environments that a lot of people look forward to.
Yeah, like I said, Coach, I mean, I don't know a bigger game that I could even dream up to start the season. You mentioned the proximity, 11 miles. I mean, some folks, I mean, that's pretty short. Some people could even walk if they left early enough in the afternoon. And so you kind of mentioned it. I don't know that there'd be many people left at home in either community. I think that's going to be jam-packed. So get down there early. Game time, 7 p.m., as always. Broadcast starts at 6:40. We're really looking forward to it. Coach, aside from that, that game will come and go, win or lose. There's going to be many more games. How do you kind of handicap the whole 2018 season? Or maybe a better question, what are the goals for the season?
We really have to focus 1 week at a time, especially in our conference. There's a lot of quality opponents, and after week one, we'll have a much better idea of where we are at, and you take a look at some of the other scores around the league and see where other teams are at. But we can't get ahead of ourselves. We know that we'll have tough opponents early and often, and we just have to try to focus in at that one opponent at a time.
Yeah, good. Well, again, Coach, we're very excited about Rocket football this year. I know you are too. The live stream schedule I mentioned a couple times will be at many of your games. Others will be highlighted, and you're going to be definitely well covered this year. We're really looking forward to it. Thanks for spending time on the Coach. I hope it was good for you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Appreciate the coverage as always.
Thank you for watching the Hillers True Value pregame show. Hillers is your Milwaukee Tool headquarters. Stop at Hillers now and get $100 off your next Milwaukee Tool purchase. No trades needed. Hillers will not be undersold. Hillers True Value on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. All games live now. 4 games for you to choose from. Spencer, Columbus, Marshfield, Stratford, Pittsville. All at ZaleskiSportsShow.com.
Into this one?
Well, it didn't take our guys too much to get fired up and focused. I mean, we know what's on the line, and this has been a goal of ours that we set at the beginning of the season. We put ourselves in position where we can achieve the goal, and so I thought we had a good week of practice, and the weather seems to be holding out nicely, so it should be a good night.
Senior night, a lot of emotion obviously tonight. Just talk a little bit about your senior class.
Yeah, our seniors have been great leaders for us all season and even before the season. And we have a number of seniors that really love football. And so this is a special night for them, and we hope that it'll be even more special with the win.
All right, Coach. Thank you. We'll talk to you after the game. Thanks.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today. V&H Automotive serves Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chile, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chile, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to tonight's Central Wisconsin Small Conference football game between the visiting Almond Bancroft Eagles and your hometown Pittsville Panthers. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to stand, remove your hats. Place your hand over your heart for the playing of the national anthem by the Pittsville Pep Band under the direction of Miss Emily Batterman. Pittsville High School, Almond Bancroft High School, and the WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at educated-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. And now for tonight's starting lineup.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Pittsville, Wisconsin for the Central Wisconsin Small Conference action football game between the visiting Almond Bancroft Eagles, who come in at 6-1 overall, 3-0 in the CWC Small, against the Pittsville Panthers, who come in at 7-0 overall, 4-0 in the CWC Small, under the head coach of Mark Dennison. Good evening, everyone. I am Steve Ames alongside Rachel and Trevor Zaleski. It is, again, a Central Wisconsin Conference small football game here. It is for the conference title in Pittsville's Pittsville's second season in the CWC Small. They are announcing the seniors for the Pittsville Panthers, as they got a good handful of them. Talked to Coach Dennison a little before the game, and he was saying that he has a lot of seniors that just love football, and we will see them in action, obviously, in just a little bit. The Pittsville Panthers moving from the Marywood Conference just a couple of years ago, and now in the Central Wisconsin Conference Small. Again, just in their second year. They lost the conference title last year by just 1 point. They lost to Wild Rose last year 7-6. And they went on to the playoffs, finishing at a 9-3 record, losing in the second round to the always tough Edgar Wildcats. We'll go through some upcoming game, or one more upcoming game for both teams, some past games and some stats for both teams. Almond Bancroft in all white uniforms, white pants, white tops, white numbers, white helmets with a green eagle on them as well. And so it will be, they're going to announce the senior cheerleaders as well. It looks like Almond Bancroft will be kicking from left to right to begin things. Pittsville in their usual home uniforms, purple bottoms, purple tops, yellow numerals, and yellow helmets. As, again, naming off the Pittsville cheerleaders. Pittsville again coming in at 7-0 on Wisp Sports. They are at 8-0 just because Marion Tigerton forfeited 2 weeks ago. So then they had a game against Clear Lake where they won by 4 points, 28-24. They have only given up 8 points in conference action this year, and that was to the Tri-County Penguins earlier on in the year. It looks like Pittsville will be kicking from right to left. Almond Bancroft back to receive to begin things. Almond, again, only 6 points given up all year, and that was also to the Tri-County Penguins in a 48-6 win last week. Pittsville will be kicking off again from right to left.
For the Eagles, Bradley to kick off for the Panthers.
Again, Almond Bancroft in all white uniforms. We'll do our best to give you some names and numbers as the game goes on. And here's the kickoff, and we're underway here in the conference championship game. Coming near side is Almond to the 20. The 25's got room, breaks a tackle, and gets run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A good return there by Matthew. Noah Collick with the return, the quarterback. No, John Perrin is the quarterback. Noah Collick, one of the top receivers, and also a very, very excellent basketball player for the Almond Bancroft Eagles. They'll start it at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for Almond. Last year, 22-14 winners were the Pittsville Panthers. Rain just drizzling in, and they're going to hand it off up the middle and falls forward. Looks like Jackson Beggs. Beggs, 145, now 146 attempts on the year.
Brought down on the play by number 44, Eli Fox.
Beggs with over 1,000 yards on the year, 1,072 yards coming into this game. 16 rushing touchdowns for Jackson. One receiver far side. Pistol formation, Beggs behind Perrin. Perrin with 779 passing yards on the year. He's going to back to pass this time, has his receiver far side, and it's going to be tackled past the first down. That's Trayson Ortner. 1st and 10. Picking up a first down. 1st and 10 for the Almond Bancroft Eagles on just a couple of plays. We play in the first minute of the first quarter. 11 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. Ball right in front of us here on the Pittsville side of the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 49. Pistol formation again, now in motion. They're going to give it to Beggs up the middle. He slips in the wet grass and gets nowhere. A loss of a half a yard.
Brought down on the play by number 65, Tyler Gardner. Brings up second
Tyler Gardner with the tackle. Again, John Perrin, the quarterback for Almond. 37 of 76, 779 yards, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Rushing Jackson Beggs, 147 attempts now. Coming into the game, he had 1,072 yards with 16 touchdowns. Zach Bunders, also the top runner at 34 attempts, 269 yards and 4 touchdowns. And that one's going to be out of the hands of the quarterback. High snap and all the way back to the 39-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 12. So tried the same play again, but the snap went right through the quarterback Perrin's hands, and it will be right at the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 21. Almond Bancroft again, 48-6 winners over the Tri-County Penguins a week ago. And this is a big 3rd down to begin things here for the Pittsville Panthers. In motion again, they're going to give it to Jackson on the far side. Has room to the 40, near side to the 50. He's going to get dragged down and tackled on the Pittsville side of the 50-yard line to the 47. Well, they're going to put him at the 46. And a good gain, but it's going to be 4th down and 8 to go. Pittsville, a good defensive stand on the opening drive, and Almond will be back to punt. The receiver standing, keeps on backing up. And a high snap, a good punt, a line drive punt, and almost hit the back of Pittsville. gunner, and it's going to be down right at the 10-yard line, and that is where Sam Hardinger and the Pittsville Panthers will begin things here in quarter number 1 with 9:15 to go. Pittsville winners 35-0 last week against the Wild Rose Wildcats. A couple weeks ago, again, they had that non-conference game against Clear Lake when Marion Tigerton forfeited. Pittsville 28-24 victors. This is their last conference game of the year. They will head to Flambeau next week. Under center is Hardinger. And going to hand it off. And he's got room on the far side. Falls forward to the 15-yard line. And a gain there by Bo Merritt.
Merritt on the carry. Brought down on the play.
And gain of 6. And they're going to put him 2nd and 4 at the 16 under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Brewers with a 4-0 win in game number 2. They have a big 2-0 lead in the National League Division Series. Good win for the Crew. 8:35 to go. Hardinger under center again. Hands it off to his back, and that's Merritt's got room on the far side, and he's going to fall forward for the first down of the game for the Pittsville Panthers. 8:30 to go in the first quarter. For Pittsville, averages just over 300 yards per game. Has now 103 first downs on the year. Their defense only giving up 159 yards per game. Almond, just 135 yards given up on defense. So something's got to give here tonight. Hardinger, pistol formation. He's going to keep it this time. Get a block by Merritt. He's got room up the middle. Falls forward to the past the 35 to the 37-yard line. A gain of 15 and it's 1st and 10 for Pittsville. Quarterback keeper the whole way. Tried to fake it a little bit to Merritt, but Merritt was just his lead blocker, and he had a big hole and a gain of 15 yards. And there's 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 1, and Pittsville is on the move. Started at their own 10-yard line. Under center high formation. And going to give it to Merritt again. He's got room, got a good block. Just has to hang out of the ball and does. Falls past the 40 to the 42-yard line. Then a gain of 5, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line. Hardinger goes over and gets the play just about every single time. And receiver near side, Hunter Wilkie. 2 receivers far side. Just outside of a shotgun formation. They're going to give it up to Merritt again. Has room on the left side and gets smacked and driven back. And a big tackle there by Daniel Baumgartner. Was met right in the hole. And they're going to give him a couple yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 43-yard line. Good hole plug there by Baumgartner. Just a sophomore, 6'2", 250 pounds. Almond with just 5 seniors on this club. 2 receivers far side, 2 near side. He's gonna take it himself. Hardinger up the middle, tries to leap over a defender, but he will get that first down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, and 1st and 10 coming up for the Pittsville Panthers. Under 6.5 to go here in quarter number 1. Pittsville looking for a conference championship. Almond Bancroft will host Marion Tigerton next week. We'll see if Marion Tigerton will show up to that game or not. They forfeited again 2 weeks ago to this Pittsville Panthers team. And they're going to give it to Merritt again. Tries to bounce outside, and a good tackle there by the linebackers for the Almond Bancroft Eagles. In the CWC Small Conference, Pittsville 4-0, Almond Bancroft at 3-0, Rochelle at 2-2, Wild Rose and Tri-County both at 1-3, and Marion Tigerton is at 0-3. Wild Rose tonight is at Marion Tigerton. Marcus Ann is at Rochelle for a non-conference matchup over there. Tri-County might be playing tomorrow. Did not have a game scheduled for them today. That one's going to be pitched out to the far side. That's Eli Fox, and gets run out of bounds after a gain of a couple.
Brought down on the play by number 64, Gage Meta.
Gage Meta with the tackle.
Third and 5.
3rd and 5. A long 3rd and 5 for Pittsville on the Almond side of the 50. It's exactly where Almond was pinned on Pittsville's side of the 50, but it's going to be 3rd and a long 6 with 5:31 to go. Fox was run out of bounds. Time stopped. Split back formation. Under center, he's going to be back to pass. Rolls out, and it's going to be overthrown over the head of Hunter Wilkie. The ball might have just been a little slippery as Hardinger was 59 of 101 on the year. Leads the conference with 1,200 yards passing, 17 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions on the year. It's going to be 4th down for Pittsville. So both defenses holding strong so far. Back to punt. Matthew Kisner standing at his own 39-yard line. Couple of Almond players back, and now it's going to be a line drive spiraling punt going out of bounds, and it will be right at, now it looks like can't quite see over here, but with 5:19 to go in quarter number 1, Almond will take over deep inside their own territory, and Pittsville's going to try and get the ball back right away. First and 10 at the 10. 5:19 to go in quarter number 1. They're going to Perrin getting his play. Got to run it in. First and 10 from the 10. Deep inside their own territory are the Almond Bancroft Eagles. Pistol formation in motion again. Going to give it right up the middle and going to be ripped down after a good gain. Past the 15 to the 16, a gain of 6. That's Jackson Beggs. Over 1,000 yards rushing for Jackson on the year. Jackson Beggs, just a junior. 6'1", 185 pounds. In motion again, going to give it up to, going to be an option. Near side, flips it, has room past the 20, and going to be dragged down around the 23-yard line. A gain of 7, and it's going to be a first down. Noah Kollick with the carry. Nice pitch, just in time. Sam Hardinger runs him out of bounds, and it's going to be a first and 10 for Almond. Hardinger, the safety, standing at his own, or at Almond's 39-yard line, now 40. Pistol formation again. Back to pass, and over the head of the receiver, and incomplete. Trayson Ortner with the defensive play, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 at the 24 with 4:21 to go in the opening quarter. Our Zaleski Sports Show Game of the Week at Spencer Columbus. Eau Claire Regis and Spencer Columbus squaring off in that one. Stratford is at Marathon, and the final regular season home game at Beal Stadium sees the DC Evergreens and the Marshfield Tigers. But again, I've said it last week and I said it the week before, if Marshfield continues to play the way they do, and that one's going to be handed off far side. Got room, got blockers past the 30, and it's going to be a first down past the 35-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Almond Bancroft Eagles. But like I was saying, if Marshfield continues to play the way they do, they will at least host 1 or 2 playoff games. So Beal has not seen his final game. We'll get you scores from all those games as the broadcast goes on. A little haze now over the top of the field. Still scoreless in Marshfield. Up the middle is Beggs. He's bounced out to the outside. Great job by the Wild Rose defense. Or excuse me, Pittsville defense. Not Wild Rose. They played Wild Rose last week. Pittsville defense. Pittsville and Wild Rose with the same exact color schemes.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And it's going to be a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. 36.5-yard line. John Perrin again. Pistol formation with Jackson Begg standing behind him. Motion again to Pollock on the far side. And he's got room to the 45, to the 50, past the 45 inside of Pittsville territory to the 43-yard line.
Bunders on the carry.
That's going to be Bunders.
Play by number 44, Eli Fox.
Zach Bunders on the carry.
Panther, 43-yard line.
Gain of 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Almond with under 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Pistol formation again, in motion again, gives it up to, no, going to option it near side. And going to have room, and the wide receiver pushed his defender right into Pollock. And a loss of, no, they're going to put him right at the, they're going to give him forward progress at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 10 with 2.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Both teams have had a possession. This is Almond's second. They were stopped around this area the last time. 2 receivers near side with Perrin in the pistol. Jackson behind him. He's going to give it to Jackson right up the middle and swallowed up at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it's going to be 3rd and long with 2 minutes to go.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 from the 41 with under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Elijah Kollick, the receiver on the far side with the black sleeves. In motion again. Pittsville almost jumping off sides as Noah Kollick goes back to his original position. Tried to get him off sides. It looks like Almond will take a timeout. The back judge is counting, and we will do the same. 1:30, exactly 1:30 to go in quarter number 1. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 41-yard line. After an Almond timeout, we'll be back right after this.
Family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Nason.
Back to Pittsville High School, a big 3rd and 7 with 90 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Almond is charging. They had the ball back at their own 10-yard line, and they're driving just like Pittsville did when they had the ball in their own 10. In motion again. There's going to be back to pass. Has his receiver open, gets swallowed up back to the 50-yard line. A big loss of 9 on the play. Brought the blitz. He had his receiver open. Just didn't have time to release the ball. Back to the 49-yard line. What a defensive dial-up there for the Pittsville Panthers. With 1 minute to go here in quarter number 1, we remain scoreless. Quarter moving right along. And back to punt. And almost got it. And going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be down. No, a touchback, but there's going to be a flag on the play. Don't know if it'll be roughing the punter or just running into the punter. Don't know if they have that distinction in high school or not. It would be just perfect enough for a first down if it was roughing the punter, because it'd be a 15-yard penalty. But running into the punter would just be 5. We'll see what head official Kent Dayton has to say. Dayton is a avid umpire in amateur baseball around the Waupaca area. We'll see what the they're marching it back. Oh, now he's going the other way. It's just only going to be a 5-yard penalty. Had one of the officials walking. What had the penalty against Almond, and then he went the other way, knowing that it was going the other way. 48 and a half seconds remaining. And back to punt again. Time is running. Another punt, a line drive punt. That one's going to be roll out of bounds at the 17-yard line. So it's going to be better. Going to be better for Almond because the last punt went into the end zone. It would have been 1st and 10 of the 20, but it's going to be 1st and 10 of the 17 with just under 40 seconds to go. Don't forget, tonight we'll put all these highlights from all these games, including Sean Cordy was at the Amherst-Pachilla game. Might have also been at the Spash Wisconsin Rapids game tonight. Both those teams fighting for playoff position. And Merritt goes nowhere, was swallowed up by the Almond defense. Gonna give them a loss of 1, I believe, on the play. No, they're gonna put him right at the original line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss. 20 seconds to go in quarter number 1. You're watching Pittsville Panther football on Tri-Media. Steve Mabes alongside Rachel and Trevor Zaleski as we play 5 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. And they got it off just in time. And Hardinger goes nowhere on the quarterback keeper right up the middle. And they're going to say he's down. Almond came away with the ball, but he was down after a gain of 2. And after quarter number 1, it is Panthers 0, Almond 0. We'll go to the second quarter where it will be 3rd and 8 at the 19. We'll be back after this here in Pittsville.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today. V&H.
No, talking about jerseys. Welcome back to Pittsville High School. It is the Central Wisconsin Conference Small Division Championship game here tonight. Almond Bancroft at 3-0, Pittsville at 4-0, but Pittsville in their final conference game of the year. Almond Bancroft will have Marion Tigerton next week. 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and that was going to be caught. No, yeah, he did catch it. It's going to be 4th and a yard and a half.
Hardinger's pass was complete to Chris Snook.
Chris Snook on the reception. The top receiver for this Pittsville team. 25, now 26 receptions, 544 yards, 8 touchdowns on the year. They're going for it on 4th and short. I formation, receiver near side. And Hardinger tries up the middle, and he got it by a yard. Needed 1, got 2. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Pittsville Panthers. Sam Hardinger falls forward on the quarterback sneak. Hardinger with his big build at quarterback, a 5'11", 185-pound senior. also plays safety for this Pittsville team. First quarter zoomed by, just taking 22 minutes. Pistol formation again. Back to pass, has him open, and a good catch. And falls forward past the 35 to the 36-yard line. Hunter Wilkie on the catch. Wilkie and Snook are the two top receivers. Wilkie with 7 touchdowns. 2nd and 2 with 11 minutes to go. One receiver near side, 2 far side. Pistol formation again for Hardinger and Merritt. Hardinger keeps it. He goes nowhere, got smashed. Merritt missed his block. And Zach Bunders on the tackle. Eau Claire Regis leads Spencer Columbus 8-0 after 1. Stratford up 14-0 in the first quarter. And much like we saw last week against Auburndale, Lindsey Rasmussen and I were up in Stratford last week for senior night. Auburndale scored early on in the first quarter, and then it was all Stratford from there, winning 43-7. Pistol formation again for Hardinger. Play action pass, rolls out to his left, has room, he's going to take it. Slips a defender, and he's going to be close to a first down. They will give him the first down at the 39-yard line. Almond Bancroft player slowly getting up. He is good. Daniel Baumgartner with the tackle. 1st and 10 now for Pittsville. Both teams have been able to move the ball until they got to the other team's side of the field. We play under 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 1 from Pittsville High School. Pittsville just their 2nd year in the CWC small. I formation again as Hardinger. He gives it up to Merritt on the left side. He's got room. He's going to be dragged down after no gain. Already week 8 of the high school football season. We play on the 5th of October already. High school football season just flying by next week, the last week of the regular season. Unbelievable to think like that already. 48 degrees here in Pittsville. Pistol formation, 3 receiver near side, has his receiver and through the hands. That's through the hands of Hunter Grimm. And it's going to be 3rd and long. We have the CWC Small Conference Championship here tonight. We have the CWC Large Conference Championship next week. Amherst and Iola from Amherst. 3 receivers near side. Pistol formation, just outside of pistol formation. It's going to be a wide receiver screen. Caught and dropped. Right out of the hands. As Marshfield now has a 7-0 lead over DC Everest. 4th and long with 9 minutes to go for Pittsville. 2 punt returners back for the Eagles. Talked to Coach Dennison a little bit before the game, and he was saying that it looked like the weather was going to hold off. Really foggy and overcast here right now. A punt to left side, and it's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. So a short punt, just a 20-yard punt for Pittsville. It's going to be 1st and 10 with 8:55 to go here in quarter number 2 now. As we are scoreless between the top 2 teams in the CWC Small. Pistol formation again for John Perrin and Jackson Beggs. Going to hand it off as he's got a lot of blockers near side. He's got room past the 45. Going to be dragged out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 at the 45. They'll put him. Yep. Eli Fox with the tackle. Eli the second Second on the team in tackles with 58 coming into the game. Andrew Bradley, the head coach for the Almond Bancroft Eagles, giving John Perrin his play every time. Weather's still not too bad for high school football. This is the weather that you like to. That's going to be a false start on everybody. That's one of those. That's one of those flags where you go false start on everybody but the center. Second and 10 now. If head official Ken Dayton would have had a microphone on, that would have been one of those false starts on everybody but the center. 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Ball at the 40-yard line of Almond. Pittsville was in a dogfight last week until the second quarter. He's got room up the middle and drags his defender past the 45 to the 46-yard line. The near official has him at the 47. The far official has him at the 46. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the 46-yard line. And they're calling for the jumbo package. Don't have a 65 on the roster. But he went in there for the jumbo package. Snap on the ground. Far side caught. And it's going to be full past the 50 to the 45. First down, Almond. That is a perfect wide receiver screen. And 1st and 10 for the Eagles. To the 45-yard line. Noah Kolak. Noah Kolak with the. There's going to be a flag on the far side. After the first down, it looks like it's going to be on Almond. Personal foul, face mask on Almond. So after that big first down to the 45, they're going to march it all the way back to the 40. Now they're going to put him all the way back to the 37-yard line. Did they get the first down, though? Yes, no.
Brings up 3rd and long.
Not quite sure. Must have been on the block. Must have had the face mask on the block. 3rd and 12 at the 37-yard line. 3rd and 13. Pistol formation again. In motion. He's going to roll out to his left. The pressure's on. He rolls to his right. He's got room. And it's going to be dragged down for a loss back at the 35-yard line. Great defensive effort by the Pittsville Panthers. And it's going to be 4th and long. Ryan Dickert with the sack. Pittsville should have pretty decent field position now. Back to punt. The punter stands at his own 23-yard line. High punt. Almost had him last time. A good high punt, but it goes out of bounds extremely early. Let's see where they put it. It's going to go at the 43-yard line. 43, 44-yard line. That is where Sam Hardinger and the Pittsville Panthers will take over. 1st and 10 with 6:03 to go here in quarter number 2. Scoreless here in quarter number 2. Almond Bancroft playing very well. Pittsville just hasn't been able to find their groove on offense yet. Has done extremely well. Has done extremely well on defense, as Pittsville has both teams. But just looking for that one breakout play. Hardinger again in the pistol formation. And give it up to Merritt again. Has room up the middle. Falls forward past the 45 to the 46. 47-yard line. A gain of 3. And it's going to be Jackson Beggs, the running back, with the tackle. Second and 7 with under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter from Pittsville High School. This game moving right along. No scores, not a lot of penalties. Under center, Hardinger's rolls out to his right, has his receiver wide open, and it just out of the reach of Grimm. Had him open. Throws his arms in the air, trying to figure out what happened. It's going to be 3rd and 7 from the 47. Had him open, was rolling out to his right. Maybe if he would have set his feet, would have had a better pass. He had 3 receivers on this near side. They were all open. Hardinger, pistol formation again. 2 receivers near side, 2 far side. Back to pass. The pressure's on. He steps up, and he's going to run, pass to the 50-yard line, and go nowhere else. A gain of 3, and it's going to be 4th and 4. Looked like with Almond, some more great pressure on Hardinger. Not sure if they're going to keep him in there or not. Hardinger goes over to his coach, tries to get a play from Coach Denniston. Don't forget, after the game, we will have an opportunity to talk to head coach Mark Denniston. Sam Hardinger slowly running into the huddle. Got to watch that back, Judge. He's counting already. And they're going to call a timeout. 4:37 to go in quarter number 2. It will be 4th and 4. We'll be back right after this to Pittsville High School.
Automotive serves Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today. V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and Central Wisconsin with Implement. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota Powerful, Precise, Proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement.
4th and 4 from Hardinger, and he's going to keep it himself. Has room up the middle, inside Almond territory, past the 40 to the 38-yard line. A gain of 12 after the timeout. Matthew Lucas with the tackle. A big 4th down conversion, the second of the drive the second one of the quarter for Pittsville. They had one on the quarterback keeper, punted it away. Almond gave it back. Stratford up 21-0 after 1 quarter. They are at Marathon. It's going to be a heck of a game next week. Stratford and Edgar back to pass. Hardinger, and going to be dropped. Almost intercepted. Can't quite see his number yet. See if he turns around. That's Noah Pollock. No, that's Zach Bunders. All white jerseys are even harder to read when they start to get mud on them. 4 minutes to go, quarter number 2. So I have a couple of big conference championships next week. This one here this week, obviously, CWC Small Conference Championship. Next week it will be Edgar and Stratford for the Merriwood Conference Championship. That one's going to be pitched back. It's a fumble. It's going to be recovered by Almond. And first down, the first mistake. The first mistake by Pittsville on the night. It's a pitch that didn't work. Bo Merritt unable to come up with the ball. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for Almond now. Good field position for the Eagles. So, like I said, a couple of conference championship games next week. In motion again is Pollock. They're going to give it to Pollock on the left side. Has blockers. Has room past the 30 or past the 40. No, Pollock gets run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line. Any baseball fans out there? Boston leading the New York Yankees 5-0. 2nd and 8 at the 40. Gives it to the motion man. Gets him all the way out of bounds. Stays in bounds. Oh, big lick. Right in front of us. A good tackle by Cade Whiteman. But it's going to be close to a first down. Not quite a first down. Zach Bunders on the jet sweep. Cade Whiteman, the leading tackler on this Pittsville team, is going to be 3rd and short with 3:12 to go. 3rd and a long one for the Eagles. All you could ask for and more here so far in a conference championship game. Pistol formation, one receiver near side. In motion goes Pollock, gives it up the middle to Banks. He's got the first down and more. And he gets leveled again. Almond's getting their yards, but Pittsville's getting their licks on these Bancroft runners, on these Eagle runners. Under 3 minutes to go, opening quarter. $2:50 to go. Pistol formation, and here comes the blitz. Got it picked up, has his receiver far side. It's going to be caught. First down, big gain for the Eagles. Noah Pollock. Noah Pollock with the big catch. Came back, the defender didn't know where the ball was. Had no idea where the ball was, came back. And a big gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 2:30 to go, opening half. Pistol formation, and it's going to keep it up the middle and go nowhere, does John Parrott.
Parrott on the carry, brought down on the play by number 65, Tyler Gardner.
No gain. Tyler Gardner with the tackle. 2nd and 10 with 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Pittsville nothing, Almond nothing. The biggest play from both sides was that big pass completion. As it now 2nd and 10 at the 25, 1:50 to go. Pistol again. And back to pass. And has his receiver open near side to the 10, run out of bounds at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Almond. Noah Pollock.
Brought down on the play by number 5, Evan Dahman.
Noah Pollock with the
1st and goal, Eagles.
Noah Pollock with the 2 big catches so far for Almond. 1st and goal with 1 minute and 42 seconds to go. In motion again. Going to give it to Beggs on the far side and get wrapped up immediately. Nice tackle there. Ryan Zicker with the tackle. 2nd and long with under 90 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Be a big stop for Pittsville. They get the ball to begin quarter number 2. They stack the right side of the line. And going to be back to pass again. Same play, same receiver, and caught. Past the 10. Is it going to be inside? It is inside the 5, excuse me. Under a minute to go. Noah Pollock with the 3rd and goal from inside the 5. 40 seconds to go. They ran that same play back-to-back times with Pollock coming out of the jet sweep position. 3rd and goal from the 3. Beggs up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown, Almond Bancroft. Jackson Beggs runs in for his 17th touchdown of the year. And Almond takes the 6-0 lead with 31 seconds to go. And Pittsville will have to take a timeout on the PAT. 31.2 seconds to go. And Almond has the opening points here tonight. A good couple of pass plays, three of them to Noah Kollick, setting up the touchdown run for Jackson Beggs, resulting in the first score of the game. We'll take a quick time. I'll be back with the PAT after this.
From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Wondering what to feed?
PAT attempt for Almond with 31 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Snap good. And the line drive away, no good. And it is PAT blocked and no good. So with 31 seconds to go, it is the Almond Bancroft Eagles 6 and the Pittsville Panthers nothing with 31.5 seconds to go. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Good property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Back to Pittsville High School, where the Almond Bancroft Eagles march right down the field after the fumble on the option play. And they go 62 yards for a touchdown right before halftime. All Panthers, except for the returners, stand right at within a 10-yard area of themselves. Back to kick. A little squibber. And Almond will Pittsville will pick it up and get smacked back at the 29-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Pittsville. Pittsville has 2 timeouts remaining. They trail 6-0 with 26 seconds to go. We'll see how aggressive Coach Deniston and the Panthers want to be. One receiver near side, 2 far side. No, 2 receivers near side and 2 far side. Shotgun formation. Now moves to the pistol, does Sam Hardinger. Back to pass. He just needs time. Has time. Has his receiver downfield. It's going to be up for grabs. It caught! No, it dropped. A great attempt. Chris Snook with a great attempt. Noah Kollick tried to go up for the ball. Snook just unable to come up with it. Just under 20 seconds to go. Now 3 receivers near side. Snook the lone receiver far side. Just give Hardinger some time. Back to pass. Has room and almost intercepted again. That one was Matt Lucas. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line. 15 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Almond leads 6-0. They've tried some deep passes, nothing doing so far. They're going to give it to Merritt. He's got room, going to get ripped down past the 35. And we'll see if Coach Deniston will use his final timeout. He will not. We go to halftime. The Score came with 31 seconds to go in quarter number 2 on a Jackson Beggs 3-yard touchdown run. It is Almond 6, Pittsville nothing after 1 half of play. We'll take a timeout, play some ads, and come back and get you ready for half number 2. This is Pittsville football on Tri-Media.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
to come that's got the winning ticket.
Welcome back to Pittsville High School, where the Almond Bancroft Eagles have a 6-0 lead over the Pittsville Panthers after 1 half of play here in the Central Wisconsin Conference Small Division Championship game in Week 8 of the high school football season. Steve Ames alongside Rachel and Trevor Zaleski. You're watching Pittsville Panthers and Almond Bancroft Eagles football on Tri-Media, as Almond will be kicking things off, working right to left. Unofficially, Almond with 116 yards on the year, or on the game, excuse me. Pittsville with 90. And Pittsville with that one costly turnover, which resulted in a 62-yard touchdown drive by Almond. Kickoff and a little squibber, and it'll be taken and covered up at the 41-yard line by Pittsville. If it would have gone out of bounds, they would have started the drive right where the ball went out of bounds because it didn't reach that 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. See if Pittsville can get something going. Almond has been clogging the running lanes all night so far. Bo Merritt, 644 yards on the year. Needs something going, so does Sam Hardinger. And going to give it to Merritt on the far side. Has room up the middle to the 50. Breaks a tackle to the 45. Makes a guy miss to the 35. Room up the middle to the right side. And a big run to begin things here in quarter number 3. Bo Merritt with a hole on the left side. Broke a couple tackles. Made a couple guys miss and slip. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. What a run for Bo Merritt to begin things here in quarter number 3. A 10-second play and a huge gain of 28. And Hardinger to the left side, no room. He's going to stiff arm, and a great open field tackle and a loss of a couple. A gain by Merritt was 38 yards and a loss of a couple. So 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line for Pittsville. Tried the read option that time. Hardinger went backwards. Pittsville has only now given up 14 points on the year in conference play. Of course, they had that magical win over Auburndale in week 1. And got him on the hard count. And it's going to be offsides, 5-yard penalty, and it's going to be 2nd and 7. A good job by the offensive line for Pittsville, not moving on the hard count. 2nd and 7, under 11 minutes to go now. 1 minute gone by here in quarter number 3. Almond 6, Pittsville nothing. Pittsville finally trying to get something going here in the second half. They scored 21 points in the third quarter last week against Wild Rose. Hardinger is going to keep it up the middle, has a block. Didn't use his block by Merritt. And went nowhere did Sam Hardinger. A gain of a couple.
Hardinger on the carry, brought down on the play by number 50.
Might have had his face mask ripped down a little bit, but not called. Right at the 17-yard line. 16 or 17-yard line. Third manageable for Pittsville. I formation, one receiver near side, one to the far side. Hardinger under center again. Back to pass. Has his receiver slipped and gonna say it bounced. Incomplete pass to Chris Snook. That's gonna be 4th down. And they're going to bring in Hardinger's going to stay in. 4th and 6 at the 16. Should be about 4th and 5 at the 16. And rolls out to his right. Over to pass. He's got room on the right side, and there's going to be a penalty flag on the play.
Penalty flag on the carry.
And it looks like it will probably be holding And it's going to be now 4th and long on the holding. Usually called by that back official, and Ryan Zickert's going to ask who it was on and what he did wrong. It's going to be 4th and long now. Back to the 29-yard line. 4th and long now for Pittsville with under 10 minutes to go. 9:58 to go in quarter number 3. They're going to go for it on 4th and long. 3 receivers the far side. Snook, the receiver to the near side. Bo Merritt, the running back behind Sam Hardinger. Back to pass. Has plenty of time. Up the middle. And it's going to be caught, but go nowhere after that. So it's going to be a turnover on downs. But it's just as good as a punt. Well, it's going to be 1st and 10 now for Almond Bancroft at the 15, up 6-0. So a drive that was promising right away with a 38-yard gain to begin things. Got stalled again inside the Almond red zone. Receiver near side. John Perrin, pistol formation with Jackson Beggs behind him, who has the only touchdowns. Got room up the middle and gets stonewalled and driven back. Gain of 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 17. Good job by the Pittsville linebackers and defensive line that time to plug up the running lane. Had a score from Regis and Spencer Columbus. It was 8-0 at halftime. Stratford up 35-0. And the last score that I saw, Marshfield and DC Everest were tied at 7. Up the middle and falls forward, tried to rip it out, but a good gain there. And a gain of 6. And it's going to be 3rd and short. Looks like at the 24-yard line. Oh, big stop here. A stop here would be huge for the Pittsville defense. 1 receiver near or far side, 1 near side. 8:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Blitz coming. Jackson Beggs up the middle, and he's going to get it the first down. And it's going to be a first down for Almond. 8:37 to go. Almond methodically moving the ball now with a 6-0 lead. Their first possession here in quarter number 3. One receiver near side. 2 wing backs as that looks like Collick on the move. Jackson Beggs up the middle, runs over a defender and gets pulled back. A gain of 4. Huh? Give him 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6. A little slow getting up a Pittsville defender. And that was Weidman. Kind of got fallen back on when Beggs got dragged back. And they're going to bring in the jumbo package again, is Almond. 7:40 to go, 3rd quarter. 1 receiver near side, 6-0 Eagles. And they're going to give it to Beggs. He fumbles the ball, falls on it, does Perrin. But it looks like Almond will keep the ball. Jackson Beggs just unable to come up with the handoff, and a big break there for Pittsville and a even bigger break for Almond as Perrin is able to fall on top of the ball. 3rd and 11 now with 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Jumbo package out now for Almond. They usually like to go to Collick on a play like this. And there's going to be a timeout for Almond. With 6:49 to go in quarter number 3, it remains Almond 6, Pittsville nothing. We'll be back with the third and 11 after
UW
this.
Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
UW Stevens Point.
Welcome back to Pittsville High School for the Central Wisconsin Conference Small Division Championship game. Almond scored with 31 seconds to go in quarter number 2, right before halftime. Last week, Pittsville shut out Wild Rose 35-0. Then 2 weeks ago, they beat Clear Lake 28-24. The game last year, 22-14 in favor of Pittsville. Third and a long 11, back to pass again, has his receiver, has him open at the 50, it's caught! Foot race to the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Almond. Goes 74 yards. Had the double move. As Zach Bunders goes 74 yards. And it's 12-0 on the 3rd and 11. Had the double move down the sideline and had him open immediately. And it's 12-0 in favor of Almond. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion. Maybe. They got a lot of, their whole offensive line. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion. Back to pass, has him open, turns around, and catches. 14-0 in favor of Almond on the 2-point conversion. Successful play. And with 6:38 to go in quarter number 3, it is now Almond 14 and Pittsville nothing. We'll be back after this with the kickoff.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made.
Back to Pittsville as now Almond up 14-0 with 6.5 to go in quarter number 3. A 3rd and 11. And John Perrin finds Zach Bunders for his for a 74-yard touchdown pass and catch from Bunders, or from Perrin to Bunders. Falling on it is Kistner, and that is where Pittsville will start things. Most points given up all year conference-wise for Pittsville. Still a lot of game left. Still a quarter and a half. But they got to get something going now for the Panthers. They had a 38-yard run to begin things on their first drive. On their first drive of the third quarter. Now 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Sam Hardinger gives it up to Bo Merritt again on the left side. Has room, runs into a defender and his lineman. Gets dragged down inside Almond territory. And it's going to be 2nd and 4. A gain of 6 on the play. At the 49-yard line of Almond. Pittsville, really hasn't gotten close. They had that one running play from Sam Hardinger that got called back due to a holding penalty. And Bo Merritt again on the left side. A huge block. Has room on the left side. And still moving his legs inside the Almond 40 to the 38-yard line. What a block on the far side by Eli Fox. So another big first down for Pittsville. They just got to keep the ball moving. 14-0 Almond. Sam Harninger trying to lead his team. Now rolls right. Still looking. Now he runs. Has room past the 30. And he runs out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So a good gain of 8. And it's going to be 2nd and 2. So good coverage on the backside, but Sam Harninger with plenty of room to run and gains 8 on the rush. 5:35 to go. 5:35 to go in quarter number 3. And Merritt again to the left side, has room, falls forward for another first down.
Merritt on the carry, brought down on the play with number 22, Jackson Beggs. 1st and 10 Panthers from the Eagles, 22-yard line.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 again for 1st and 10 for Pittsville at the 22-yard line. They got close in their last drive. Able to move the ball here in the 3rd. That one's going to be over and dropped. Chris Snook dropped it. A couple of dropped passes here tonight for Pittsville. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 with 5:08 to go. 14-0 in favor of Almond Bancroft. Snook near side. Far side goes Hunter Wilkie. Under center again. They're going to go to Wilkie this time and under throws him. And it's going to be 3rd and 10. Try the same play, other side, and got it past the linebacker, but just too low and too in front of Wilkie. And it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, 5:05 to go. Pistol formation again. Back to pass. Still looking. Has room on the left side. He gets tripped up and sacked. Back to the 26-yard line. A loss of 4, and it's going to be 4th and 14. So again, after running the ball successfully, then they go to 3 straight pass plays, and they don't go anywhere. 4.5 to go. Pittsville, a non-conference game to finish up the season next week at Flambeau. Back to pass. Pressure on. Looking. Across the middle, intercepted. And again, just as good as a punt, maybe even better than a punt. It's going to be 1st and 10 Almond at the 5-yard line. Well, I got 95 yards to go. Pittsville just needs a big defensive stop to flip the field again. Like I said, on that last drive, they went run, got down to the 22-yard line, and then they stopped running, and a couple of pass plays and a couple of incompletes, and they turned the ball right back over. So a couple of turnovers now. It's going to be Beggs on the far side. Has room up the middle. Past the 15. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Brought down on the play to number 44, Eli Fox.
Eli Fox with the tackle. 1st and 10 for Almond at the 16.5-yard line. 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Again, don't forget to stick around. We'll have an opportunity, win, lose, or draw, to talk to Coach Mark Deniston. Talked to him a little bit before the game. And going to give it to Beggs again up the middle, get dragged down immediately. And a gain of maybe a 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 18. I'm going to put him at the 19-yard line. Gain of a couple. And with under 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, Almond in control. Pistol formation for Perrin and Beggs behind him. Going to give it out to Beggs again, far side, and have room, and Weidman with the tackle. And Eli Fox and Cade Weidman on the tackles. 3rd and 3 now at the 24. A big third down right here for the Pittsville defense. They gave up a 74-yard touchdown pass on the last third down. Big third down here for both sides. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in quarter number 3. Pistol formation again. Nobody near side. They're going to give it to Beggs and get eaten up immediately.
Beggs on the carry, brought down on the play by number 52, Cade Weidman. Brings up 4th down.
4th down, a great defensive stop. And back to punt, here is Almond. See if Pittsville can get the ball back and march down the field with the time left here in the third quarter. Still waiting. They're just have block on. Did not get a good punt. And it will go out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That is where the Pittsville Panthers will take over. They've had the ball on their side, or to the 40, going the other way each time. They start at the 41, the 42, and now the 40, or the 41, 44, and now the 40. 42 or 43-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 43 with 100 seconds to go in quarter number 3. See if they go back to the rushing game, which has been successful here in the third quarter. They have given up on it once they get inside or deep inside Almond territory. And a fumble on the snap. Sam Hardinger, be able to pick it up, a loss of 1.
Hardinger on the carry, brought down on the play by number 65.
1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. One receiver near side, one to the far side. Running back flanked near side. And it's going to be incomplete. And there's going to be a penalty flag. Looks like might be a roughing the passer on Sam Hardinger. We'll see. A little slow walking over to the sideline. The Pittsville line on the near side with the cut blocks and then a pass across the middle that was luckily roughing the passer on Almond, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for Pittsville. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go, and they're going to put it all the way deep inside or to Pittsville territory. So that might be a break for Pittsville here in the third quarter. Instead of 3rd and long, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hardinger, pistol formation again. Back to pass. Still looking, and nowhere to be found is his receiver, and incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 42 with 46.6 seconds to go in the third. Almond scored with 31 seconds to go in the second quarter on a 3-yard run by Jackson Beggs. and then a 74-yard touchdown, and there's going to be a false start. Try to get the hard count, but the right guard moved too quick. And a loss of 5, and it's going to be 2nd and 15. Receiver near side, Chris Snook, along with Eli Fox. And he's going to be back to pass again. Try the screen play, and with plenty of room up the... Oh, it's going to be stalemated after a short gain on the screen pass. Very well defended. 3rd down and long with under 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Last week, Pittsville scoreless in the 1st quarter, 14 in the 2nd, 21 in the 3rd. So far here tonight, nothing. 10 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. I formation. Going to be back to pass. Quick drop. Going to be, and he was held the whole time. It's caught! That's one is caught. What a catch by Hunter Wilkie. And that will end quarter number 3. What a catch by Wilkie. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. We go to the 4th quarter. It is Almond 14 and Pittsville nothing. We'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter after this.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive.
To the 4th quarter we go here at Pittsville High School. It is the Pittsville Panthers trailing the Almond Bancroft Eagles 14-0. As right before we went to, right after the break, or right before the break, a big catch by Hunter Wilkie. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 12. Going to hand it off to Bo Merritt. Has room on the left side. Cuts back up the middle. Has room. And it's going to fall forward into the end zone. Touchdown. Bo Merritt. What a run. And it's touchdown Pittsville. Getting on the scoreboard with 11:52 to go in the 4th quarter. What a fantastic run. What fantastic vision by Bo Merritt. And to attempt the PAT, Drew Bridle, and that one's going to be up and perfect. And with 11:52 to go in the 4th quarter, it is Almond 14 and Pittsville 7. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement. Your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
High end over end kick taken at the 11-yard line. Room on the side, has room, breaks a tackle to the sideline, has room to the 40, to the 45, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Almond. Just like that, Almond Bancroft goes 90 yards. Let's say 85-yard kickoff return, and just like that, Almond goes back up by 13. Not exactly what Pittsville had in mind. 85 yards on the kickoff return. As soon as Pittsville gets on the board, Almond strikes back. They're going to try for the 2-point conversion. And going to give it to Beggs. The reverse, and it's going to be fumbled, I believe. 2-point conversion is no good. With 11:38 to go, it's now Almond 20 and Pittsville 7. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple.
Back to Pittsville High School. Almond with a 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and now they lead 20-7 with 11:38 to go. See what Pittsville has up their sleeve now. And that one's going to bounce over his head and be taken by Kistner and fall out of bounds at the 33 and a half yard line. 11:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Stratford up 41-0 at the end of 3 quarters. They are taking on the Marathon Red Raiders. Regis is at Spencer Columbus, and DC Everest is at Marshfield. The other games going on around the live stream. Regis 16, Spencer Columbus 6. The last update that we have, and that one's going to be to Bo Merritt and go nowhere. Tried the counter play and was eaten up right away. 11:30 to go. 76, Edward Pina with the tackle. A loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13. Marshfield out to a 21-7 lead over DC Everest. Again, the final regular season game at Beal Stadium. But we'll most likely get a playoff game. Back to pass. Hardinger way over and intercepted at the 45-yard line and get run out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Elijah Kollick with the interception. And with 10:55 to go, it is Almond football up 20-7. They'll take it at the 24-yard line. Pistol formation again. Beggs behind Parent. Going to give it to Beggs on the left side. And great job and get ripped down. And a tackle made. by Carl Durant, and a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line for Almond Bancroft. Again, last year, Pittsville lost the conference. Pittsville lost the conference by a single point to Wild Rose. And all the momentum right now is in the hands of the Eagles from Almond Bancroft. Pistol again. And going to give it to Beggs again on the right side. And a good tackle there by Ryan Zickert. Zickert all over the place tonight, offense and defense. 3rd and 5 now with under 10 minutes to go. Almond 20, Pittsville 7. John Perrin getting the play, but it looks like Andrew Bradley, head coach Bradley, they're going to try to run a play. The back judge looking at his watch. Almond with 2 timeouts remaining. And they're going to get it off in time. Beggs up the middle. Has room on the right side. Big hole inside the 5. And it's going to be 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. Waited just enough time to have that hole open up on the right side. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 2 for Almond Bancroft. Jackson Beggs looking for touchdown number 18 on the year. John Perrin for being a quarterback in an all-white uniform. The top of his jersey pretty clean. Jackson Beggs, on the other hand, all dirt. Under 9 to go. And up the middle, Beggs gets swallowed back at the 5-yard line. And it's going to be a loss of 3. Cade Weidman with the tackle. Back again to the 5. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line with 8:40 to go. That's what you got to do on these goal-to-go situations. At times, you just got to bring the house. 8:30 to go. Perrin pistol again. In motion. Pittsville able to get back in time. And Pollock has to go back to his spot on the left side. And going to give it to Beggs on the right side. Hole, and he's going to fall forward. In for the touchdown. Almond Bancroft. 26-7 now. Jackson Beggs with touchdown number 18 on the year. Goes up 26-7. Let's see if they will go out for the 2-point conversion. 8:09 remaining. And pistol formation. They're going to give it to Beggs. No, he's going to roll out to the right side, look for a receiver, and it's going to be intercepted. The 2-point conversion, no good. With 8:09 remaining in the 4th quarter, Almond is stretching out the lead a little bit. Now up 19. It is 26-7. We'll be back with the kickoff after this.
What to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Bunders to kick for Almond. Another chopper, and it's going to be recovered by Almond. Everything is going the Eagles' way. Tried to tip it up in the air was Eli Fox, and Almond played it perfectly and will take it over with 8:08 to go. Have done it the whole game and probably all season long, and Pittsville had it scouted out, but Eli Fox tipped it up, and Almond is taking over again on offense, up 26-7. Trying to figure out their offense right now, and all the momentum, all the control in the hands of the Eagles. They're going to give it to Beggs again on the right side. Has a hole past the 40 to the 38-yard line. And Ryan Zickert, another tackle on the night. And under 8 minutes to go to the 38-yard line. 7:47 to go. As Eau Claire Regis extends their lead 23-6 over Spencer Columbus. John Perrin now just waiting for that back judge to start counting, wasting as much time as he can. And another low snap. Going to be Cade Weidman with the first initial hit. And a gain of maybe a yard, maybe two. And it's going to be 3rd and 5 now at the 36 with 7:10 to go. Senior night here at Pittsville, along with senior night for the football players as well as the dance team and the cheerleaders. 6:50 to go. Back judge looking at his watch again. John Perrin just waiting. As soon as he puts that arm up, then he starts his cadence up the middle again. Going to be tackled, but breaks the tackle inside the 30 and a first down, but there's going to be a flag on the play. And it might be holding on Almond Bancroft. 6:38 to go. It's going to be holding on Almond Bancroft. Almond next week will have Marion Tigerton. Their only loss on the year came in week 1 to Fall River, an 8-6 loss. They have only given up 6 points, now 13 points in conference play this year. Under 6.5 to go. And tried to get him again, did not cross the line of scrimmage or get into the neutral zone. And gives it to Beggs again up the middle. He goes nowhere, gets stonewalled back to he got to the 40-yard line, but it's going to be 4th down and 6. 4th and 7 now with under 6 minutes to go. Almond going to be back to punt. Couple of the clean jerseys coming in with 5:40 to go. Back to return is Eli Fox. No, he will. They're going to go after it. Going to try and block it. And a high snap and a good job getting the punt off. And they're going to let it bounce all the way. And he got it right at the 2-yard line. What a great job by the gunner for Almond Bancroft. And it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 2 for the Pittsville Panthers with 5:19 to go, down by 3 scores. After a big first score with 31 seconds to go by Jackson Beggs in the second quarter, Zach Bunders goes 74 yards. The big plays for Pittsville. A big Hunter Wilkie catch and then a touchdown by Bo Merritt. Kickoff return for Almond. And Sam Hardinger will take a spin move to the right side. Just got tripped up. And it's going to be, will they give him the, no, it's going to be 2nd and 1. A good, strong run from Hardinger. With under 5 minutes to go. He's going to be back to pass. The whole offensive line just fell down trying to block, and it got intercepted along the sideline. What an interception. What a catch. Another turnover for the Pittsville Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Almond Bancroft. Tried to roll out to his right, tried to find his receiver, but another good defensive play by Almond. 4:47 to go in quarter number 4. Just about to hit that 9 o'clock hour here in central Wisconsin. Steve Mabes alongside Rachel and Trevor Zaleski. You're watching Pittsville Panther football and Almond Bancroft football on Tri-Media. Pitches out to the near side. Smart play, sliding down inbounds. Zickert will be credited with the tackle, but slid down and trying to get up is Noah Kollick, and he's going to be able to continue. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. 2nd and 9, a gain of a yard. Now they'll put him at the, it's like the 18-ish. They'll say 2nd and 8 at the 18. Almond has played a great game. Pittsville has had way too many mistakes offensively and defensively. On the counter play to the far side, lots of room, and falls forward. A good open field tackle. Zach Bunders with the run. A gain of 8 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 at the 11. Under 3.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. See if we can get an opportunity to talk to head coach Mark Denniston after this ball game. His thoughts on final home regular season game. They most likely will get a home playoff game. They should, the way that they have played this year. Back judge starting to count again. John Perrin under center, going to give it to Beggs up the middle. Cuts to the inside. It's going to be a first down at the 8-yard line, a gain of 3. That's going to be 1st and goal at the 8. 3 minutes to go now. Under 3 minutes to go. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line, 26-7 in favor of the Almond Bancroft Eagles. And going to hand it off to Beggs again to the right side. Has room. He's going to inside the 5 and run into the end zone for the touchdown. Jackson Beggs with his 3rd touchdown of the night. (32-7) in favor of Almond. .234 to go. Perrin goes back in there, probably going back to that 2-point conversion attempt. See what they can do. 2:34 to go. Almond up 32-7. And going to give it to Beggs again. 2-point conversion right up the middle, untouched and good. And with 2:34 to go in quarter number 4, it is the Almond Bancroft Eagles 34. Pittsville Panthers 7. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
UW Stevens Point is
Welcome back to Pittsville High School. It looks like the Almond Bancroft Eagles faring a devastating loss next week. Looks like they will be crowned conference champions here in the CWC Small. Pittsville was trying to get their first conference championship as a member of the CWC, and that one's going to be on the ground, and Pittsville will fall on top of it at the 44-yard line. Almost another onside kick recovered by Almond. With 2:31 to go, 34-7 in favor of Almond. Next week, Almond again, like I said, will host Marion Tigerton. Pittsville will head to Flambeau to take on Flambeau, who I looked conference, it looked like they were 0-5. So don't want to say it should be a warm-up game for Pittsville headed into the postseason, but you never know. Might be a slip-up as well. Seating meetings coming up very shortly. And there's going to be a penalty. Illegal substitution. Looks like a legal substitution on Pittsville. It's going to be 1st and 15 now, back to the 39. .231 to go. Again, don't forget, next week, Edgar is at Stratford for a Marywood Conference Championship game. Iola Scandinavia is at Amherst. We'll have that game also for you as the Central Wisconsin large conference. Merritt has it on the far side, trying to get the corner, and got stood up, fell forward past the 45. So we'll have a couple of big conference championships for you next week. Elijah Kollick with the tackle. Getting to that 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Under 2 to go, 34-7 in favor of Almond Bancroft. Had all the momentum did Pittsville after the up the middle, lots of room up the middle with a stiff arm past the 35, inside the 30. A big run there. Looks like Trayson Ortner with the big run. 90 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Go back into the I formation. So again, just make sure to tune into SeleskySportsShow.com for all of our upcoming live stream and live events and all of our highlights throughout the week. Volleyball, high school volleyball, wrapping up their regular season next week as well. So they'll be getting into the playoffs very shortly. Along with football starting on the 19th, the first week of high school football playoffs. Next week already, week 9 and the final regular season week of football here in the state of Wisconsin. 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to give it to Merritt again on the right side. Has room, gets tripped up. Gain of 5 or 6, and it's going to be third and manageable. 25 seconds to go now. And they will see if they can run one more play. Don't forget, we're going to Oh, looks like they might. No, they will run one more play. Post game, we'll take a timeout after the game is over, run you some ads, and wrap things up. A trip, and that will do it here this evening. The Almond Bancroft Eagles will be your Central Wisconsin Conference Small Division champions in the 2018 season. With a 34-7 win over the Pittsville Panthers, we'll take a timeout, play us some ads, come back, wrap this one up, have a chance to talk with head coach Mark Denniston, and we'll wrap things up on the field after that. Again, 34-7 in favor of Almond Bancroft. We'll be back after this.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility. And our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, Nasonville Dairy.
Coach, just tough loss. Just talk about the game tonight.
Well, coming in, we knew that they had really good skill players, and we knew that they had big play capability, and unfortunately, we maybe gave up a few too many. I thought in the second half, after we scored and it was 14-7, that we had a little momentum, but then obviously the kick return took that away and really gave them a big lift again. And at that point, we kind of got into a situation where we were pretty one-dimensional. We had to throw the ball, and we just overall made way more mistakes probably than we have been this season. But credit Almond Bancroft; they're a good team, they forced us into some. But I would also say it's probably not the best that we can play, but I guess sometimes that happens.
You talked a little bit about the weather. Couldn't really tell when we were up in the press box, but was the weather at all a factor on some of the passes and some of the handoffs as well?
I think we had some drops. I don't know if it was the weather or if we were maybe looking to run before we caught it. I don't think the weather was the difference in the game by any stretch. Both teams were playing in the same weather. So I think we just we did not play well.
Next week, non-conference game and then the playoffs. What are you guys going to have to do to obviously have Flambeau next week? What are you going to have to do once you get to the playoff?
Well, we got to get past this. I talked to the team, and this is one thing about sports. You have to deal with the good and the bad, and sports builds character, and so you have to. This is going to hurt. It's going to hurt for sure. It's not going to be a pleasant weekend, but at some point we have to move past it, and the season's not over. We have, like you said, the playoffs, and so we're going to have to try to regroup and refocus on that.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck the rest of the way. Head coach Mark Tennyson, we're going to wrap things up here from Pittsville. Another, again, 34-7 loss for Pittsville over the Almond Bancroft Eagles. Almond are your Central Wisconsin Small Division Conference champions. And again, thank you to Rachel Zaleski and Trevor Zaleski. I am Steve Maves. We'll talk again next week in Amherst. Have a good weekend, everybody.